Good morning, madam. My name is Shi Xuan, CA18107. The title of my proposal is Development of Step Counters Application. Now, I'm going to start my presentation with abstract. Nowadays, advances in mobile technology have been invented to help the community in their health. The more commonly used is the step counter application. Step counter application is to ensure we have reached the minimum step walk on a particular day. Step counters also can calculate the fat burn, calories burned, and BMI, so the users can know their physical conditions. Step counters application is highly recommended for everyone to practice a good healthy lifestyle, good exercise routine, and good habit for our incomparable wealth health. Next is introduction. First of the introduction is research background. The stakeholders application is important because it will give the user a quantitative measurement of his or her step goal. Meanwhile, it can also improve users' awareness and understanding of the importance of exercise and promote the integration of regular exercise into their daily life. Next is the problem statement. The step counter application is to let the user do their daily step and also set a daily goal as a guide to achieving the goal as their daily exercise. However, with the progress of time, everyone likes to spend their time with online games or movies, but they do not care about their health and even feel redundant to work. Therefore, their body become weaker and weaker, which will affect their health and also suffer from chronic disease such as diabetes, stroke, heart disease, and so on. The general objective of my proposal is to develop the step counters mobile application to improve the user's health. The specific objective is to develop the step counters is suitable for physical activities, to identify the step can help to change the user's behavior by motivating them, and to integrate the new invention into the step counters. With the three specific objectives, my proposal consists of three research questions or hypotheses. First, why the step counters are suitable for physical activities, how a user's physical behavior could be changed, and what is the new invention that has been integrated into the step counters. The significance of proposed study is the user's health can be enhanced through the step counter application. The user will get the benefit from the development of step counter application, such as calculating the actual step walk in a particular day, calculate fat burn, calories, and BMI. The expected outcome of my proposal is the step counter application can help the user accurately count the daily step that user had walked. The system will record the step automatically. Thus, this improves the user's health condition and daily exercise awareness. Now, continue with literature review. This literature review examines the usage and importance of the step counter to the user and illustrate the invention of the step counter use. First of the literature review is usage of the application. Step counter is a guide for user to ensure reach the minimum step walk on a particular day. User can enter their step goal and the step counter will count the step using sensor has implemented in the smartphone. It will change the count to the duration of the activity performed, depicting a concept. If the user achieving the goal, they will get points. If they fall behind, they will be deducted. The total points user hit will transform into badges and trophies, then display as a feedback to the user on an application. Next is the engagement in the physical activities. The use of step counters is to study the relationships between physical activity and health. A few people engage in regular exercise or other physical activity in spite of a lot of mobile applications and specialized devices allow people to self-checking. Walking is a large part of daily physical activity and can reduce overall disease and cardiovascular disease. Stakeholder can measure working activity and may be a motivation tool to increase and maintain the physical exercise. User can enter the information to calculate calories have burned, fat burn, and BMI to know their physical conditions. Next is new invention in the stack counter. The first invention used is use free mobile handheld device such as smartphone to analyze and fuse the measurement result of inertial and magnetic sensor to detect changing step pattern and step under the combination of device posture. The sensorless system is another way to implement a step counter without active sensors. To take over an active sensor in a step counter, the energy harvesting source is used as an event detection sensor. It can decrease the energy required to verify a step. Also, it is the energy requirement with the sensor when operating with different modes such as low power, active, and startup. The conclusion of my literature review is stakeholders is a powerful application that brings advantages and conveniences to the user. It monitoring users' physical and mental health. So government organization or an NGO should give support in promoting this kind of applications and increase the health percentage of our country. Next is methodology. The methodology I use in my proposal is waterfall model. In waterfall model, it consists of 5 stages, which is requirements, design, implementation, verification, and maintenance. First of the waterfall model is requirement. All requirements of the project are analyzed and documented in a specification document, and a visibility analysis is done to check if their requirements are valid. Any limitation and constraints such as time and budget constraints are essential to consider, which bring benefit to the development process. Requirement understanding document, which RUD is created after through the whole analysis. Next is design. It requires specification from the requirement phase and will convert to graphical user interface. The hardware and system requirements are required to achieve project goals. The design requirement to be used for the proposed application based on the characteristic and specification as follows, which is context diagram, use case diagram, dialog diagram, general architecture, package model, and proposed interface. Next, implementation. In this phase, the main work and project implementation begins. The design have described in the design phase will be implemented in the code of conduct in the implementation phase. The development phase will convert all the diagram from the analysis to design. This program is lighted on a computer by using Android Studio platform for Java programming language. After the construction is complete, the testing of the application will be done to ensure the application is working or not. This action is to make sure there is not bug or error occur in the application. Any error in the code must be corrected before moving to the next stage. Next is verification. The customer will do a review of the application to make sure that it meets the requirement laid out at the beginning of the project. Then the application will be done and releasing the completed application to the users. The last stage of the waterfall model is maintenance. The users are regularly using the stack counter application during this step, this phase. At this time, applications needs to be maintained to prevent problems from happening in the future. Users will evaluate the application after using it to make sure they are not obsolete. This is also a change to the original software. It involves continuous evaluation of the system in terms of performance. And feedback from the user will be collected and analyzed to make sure some improvement and upgrades. Last but not least is my reference. These are all the references that I use in my proposal. That's all for my presentation. Thank you.